Good morning, world. This is Ivan O'Mara. Obviously, Ivan, why are you wearing a hat? I thought it'd be cool to wear a nice hat for this video. Obviously, right? Alrighty, this is going to be another very interesting video. I'm going to be continuing my Lord of the Rings read along. I just woke up. I slept all day today because I haven't been sleeping much the past couple days. So I slept all day today. And what? I slept all day today, hence why what? Hence why I haven't been sleeping much the past couple days, obviously. Obviously, because don't forget, my wife also cries every night because she's fucking crazy. She cries all night long because Victoria Justice is something else, man. The woman's fucking crazy, man. She doesn't shut up. Hence sometimes it's tough for me to see. Usually I just ignore it, but like it's tough for me to see sometimes when I just hear her crying all night long, man. She's fucking crazy, man. Yeah. And that's why I want to get this fee over with so this crying can stop because VJ's fucking crazy, man. She cries every fucking night, all night long for hours, man. She doesn't shut up. It's really, really annoying, man. Like, it's one thing to cry once in a while, but it's another thing to cry every night for a whole year, man. Like, nonstop for fucking hours because she's fucking crazy, man. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna keep saying this, well, the countdown's ticking. Today we're what, the 20th, 21st? Yeah, I've been slacking off a little bit with my book, obviously. There's a high chance the what? The file also might get extended a little bit, maybe to like the 7th or 8th or something like that. Because I want to finish my book before I make that file. My point is, I'm going to make it. I'm not going to. The final announcement I will not be making in on October. Because I know I'm gonna finish. I'm probably gonna make it in November around there. November 5th, 6th, 7th around there, 8th, sometime in November. It might get delayed to maybe mid-November, but I highly doubt it. Most likely early around the end of the first week of November. I'm making that final announcement. You guys are obviously panicking. Oh my god, is Ivan really done for that? Yeah, man. After I make that final announcement, I am officially done. Yeah, making videos is fun. I love making videos. It's fun watching myself, obviously. I told you I'm not going to do it like that. There's nothing worse than me putting my effort into making these videos. You know what I'm saying? I upload and I only see 3 views and I see 6 and I see why you know we're all watching videos. Yeah, I know you're all watching my videos, but you don't acknowledge that you watch my videos, which really pisses me off. Hence why I'm not going to do it like that. Why when we see hell, we can't see you have sex. Okay, if you want to be selfish like that, obviously, if you want to be selfish, and I am not, I'm also not going to make videos for you. You can't have your full cake. That's not how it works. Either if you want me, the only way I'll ever save you, world, is if you put my stats on. I want to see the billion views. That's the only way I will ever at least do that. At least do that. I'm saying. But I want you to talk about me in the public eye too. But at least I want you to at least put my stats on, and I want to see the billion views. If you put my stats on, I would gladly make videos for it because I know you're no okay. I'm making money off my YouTube videos, and I know what. And I know you're watching my videos. Me and my wife will gladly make videos for if you put my stats on, obviously. But because you're not going to do that, I'm not going to do it like that. You're going to be left behind. You're not going to be saved. As once I am king, I'm going to keep saying this. My wife's queen with me. Okay. Once I am king and my wife's queen with me and my wife will not even think about the Sabotage channel because now we're famous celebrities. We're feeling on top of the world, and the whole world is going crazy about us being together everywhere. So imagine I meet like when I say my final 40 goodbyes in Vancouver. After I come out from death and I cry my eyes out, my wife no longer cries. Thank God, obviously. It's funny because when I go to bed, I'm gonna hear the moaning sounds every night. Like, you're gonna hear VJ moaning because she can now have sex with me, obviously, when she dreams. She's fucking crazy, obviously, right? She what? She now what? She now what? She now knows. Oh my God, Ivan did it. Ivan saved me. He made billions for me. Yeah, man, I did, sweetie. I saved you and I made billions for me and you, man. And you're fucking welcome, obviously. Obviously. That's why VJ is so proud of me, man. Because VJ remembers this. Yeah, I remember Ivan, this lost man. This lost man. You know what I'm saying, I was in Hollywood, we were separate from each other. He finds out later on that he's God, that he has a wife. He finds out about the game. He figured out the puzzle. Hence why I really saved VJ's ass, man, because I figured out the whole puzzle piece of the game. As VJ, I guarantee didn't even know about the puzzle. VJ obviously knew. She knew, obviously, me and her were separated. Yeah, the world separated us. She knew that. She's not stupid, obviously. But I don't think VJ knew about the game. The essence of the whole game, man. She didn't know about the essence of the whole game, which is protect Zero One. That's what the whole thing is about. Protect Zero One. The world doesn't want me being with my wife, obviously. That's why they separate me and her, and hence why they infected her, because they don't want me being with my wife. Protect Zero One. That's so. Yeah, I mean, we know the essence of the game is protect Zero One. Yes, that's the whole essence of the game. Protect Zero One. Obviously, Ivan cannot know he has a wife. Knock him out. Separate him and VJ from each other. Obviously, have her sell. Obviously, purposely infect her that way because we can't see Ivan. VJ can't see him either. Obviously, even though she's the only one who deserves to see him. You guys don't deserve to see him because you're fucking wicked. Obviously, right? Yeah, that's pretty much what. That's pretty much what. That's just the game, obviously. And I also figured out the puzzle. I even had you figured out, and I told you I wrote my own story, and I have God protecting my journey, obviously. And I'm also what? I'm very what? I'm a fucking genius, obviously. I'm a creative genius because I figured out the puzzle. I even had you figured it out, man. I figured it out, man. Okay, I remember when I was lost around 2018. I even had you find out you were God. How'd you find how'd you find out you were God? I found out I was God when I saw the Y mark on my hand. I'm like, okay, what's this thing? I thought it was veins at first. I looked closely. I'm like, okay, what is Y? Obviously, right? I also had people downtown saying holy shit. They kept saying holy shit around me and all stuff. I was like, what the hell? Why are they saying holy shit? You know what I'm saying? Am I holy? You know what I'm saying? And I found out later on that was God, obviously. Obviously, right? I also noticed one thing. Every time whenever I was downtown, when I always hung out downtown, I always noticed everyone kept staring at me. I'm like, why is everyone staring at me, man? You know, all the men staring at me, all the women staring at me. I'll be downtown, everyone's just constantly staring at me. I'm like, am I special? Why is everyone staring at me? You know what I'm saying? Am I that attractive? You know what I'm saying? I now know why everyone stares at me because I'm fucking white, obviously. I'm fucking God, obviously. And then I figured out VJ. I figured out VJ was my wife when what? When when she posted this thing on Twitter and she's like, it's me, you know what I'm saying? It's me. I'm like, what does she mean it's me? She trying to get a message out to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's me. I'm like, the way she said it to me, it's like, oh my god, Ivan, I'm your wife, man. And I figured out, oh my god, VJ's my wife, you know what I'm saying? How'd you figure out VJ was N? Well, I remember I went on Google and I saw her she posted a picture. She's like, I love NY. Okay, if I'm Y, she must be N, obviously. So we're both God, obviously. Okay, if she's my wife, she's obviously a goddess, and I'm God, obviously. At first, I thought she was some angel or something like that, because I believed in the Bible, obviously, right? But I later on figured, oh my God, she's N, she's God, obviously. She's God like me, obviously. Well, I haven't had you figure out the puzzle of the game. I told you, I figured it out. Obviously, I remember when I was working, one lady, she's like, you should share and all that stuff. She just said that. I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean share? I'm not fucking share with you, you know what I'm saying? And I figured it out. I'm like, okay, if I'm separated from okay, VJ is my wife. Why are we separated? And I figured out. I'm like, okay, the world is envious. This is when I was, and I'm like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? I was so scared that oh man, something horrific happened. I'm saying, I'm like, if VJ's God, VJ's my wife, and a hot chick like that, and I'm God. Why are we separated? Okay, the world's envious, obviously. This is when I was lost, when I just started to wake up after thinking I had an STD for 8 years. Hence why you guys are gonna cry because I'm gonna tell you my story. This is after me thinking I had an STD for 8 years. I was oppressed for 8 years. So think about that. I found later on that I'm God, and I found later on that VJ is my wife, obviously, right? I found later on that I'm God. I found later on that VJ is my wife, obviously, right? Now, okay, if I'm separated from her, the world's obviously envious, obviously. And then I'm like, oh, if the world's envious, chances are something horrific happened with my wife, obviously. And at first, I actually thought VJ was a virgin. Also, I'm like, if she's my wife, she would never have sex with another man. You know what I'm saying? Because she's holy and also she's holy like me. You know what I'm saying? My God, was I wrong? You know what I'm saying? Because VJ always played the innocent. She always plays the innocent, obviously, when she's not innocent. She's fucking guilty, obviously. And I'm like, oh. And I had a feeling, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Something, I'm like, so I have a feeling something horrific happened, obviously. And the world was obviously covering it up, obviously. You guys did your best to cover it up. Like, man, if Ivan finds out about the mess and that he has to die to be his wife, he's piecing the fuck out. Yeah, man. And I found out about I eventually found out about the mess. I figured it out. It's common sense. Okay, if the world's separate from me and my wife, they're obviously envious. Obviously, they don't want me and her being together. And if they're envious, they're obviously going to cause harm in my relationship. Obviously, right? If they're envious, they're obviously going to cause harm in my relationship. And I figured out, yeah, the mess, something horrific happened in Hollywood. And I also figured out, okay, VJ had boyfriends, so she obviously hooked up with them, obviously. And something horrific happened. I'm like, yeah, something horrific must have happened in Hollywood. I figured it out. The mess happened. And the world covered it up, obviously. The world's doing their very best to cover up VJ's mess, obviously, because you guys are wicked people, obviously. So you caught the reason why you guys cover it up because you know I pieced out if I found out about the mess. At the same time, you know it's your fault. Yeah, it's not fair for us to tell Ivan about the mess. It'll destroy the relationship because we purposely set the whole thing up because you guys are wicked people, man. Obviously, right? And then later on, I found out also that. So think about this. I thought I had disease for 8 years. I was oppressed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the doors were locked on me. Obviously, I finally find out that I'm fresh. Obviously, I'm healthy. I remember I had that look of happiness. I was so happy when I found out that I was healthy and all that stuff. And I find out VJ is my wife. And I'm like, okay, why are we separated, man? Okay, the world's envious. And I'm like, okay, if the world's envious, that means something horrific. I have a feeling something horrific happened in Hollywood. As VJ is most likely not a virgin, obviously. And I'm like, of course something horrific happened in Hollywood. The mess happened in Hollywood, obviously. I figured it out. So after figuring out the mess happened, later on I also found out that the doors are locked on me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what did I do to you guys, man? Like everything, and it finally hit me. Oh my God, everything in my life is just what. Ever since I was born, everything in my life has just been what. It's been fucking tragic and chaotic. Hence why I have a mental illness. 'Cause ever since I was born, it's been nothing but hell on earth, man. My stepfamily putting me down, teachers putting me down. You know what I'm saying? I think I have an STD for 8 years. I'm happy. I was happy for one moment. I remember that moment when I was really, really happy when I found out I was healthy. I found out Vija's my wife, obviously. And I found out later on, she's, okay, why are we separated? The world separated us from each other. Okay, if they separate us from each other and they're envious, something horrific must have happened in Hollywood, of course, because the world's envious, obviously, because they're evil people. And I found out that the mess happened, obviously. Later on, I found out that the doors were locked on me. So think about this. Every time what? Things are always bad for Ivan and Mary. Finally, later on, the doors are locked on me, obviously. Like, are you fucking kidding me? When I applied to that modified job and I got those hours, I'm like, oh my God, the doors are locked on me. Okay, how can I make money? Like my book Zanus, I figured out the puzzle. Because, yeah, Ivan, I figured out, okay, how can I make money for myself? Okay, I found out later on that I had the keys too. I found out later on that I had the keys too, obviously. Ivan, how did you find you had the keys? People, I remember when I was hanging out downtown, I would think things and some people would respond to my thoughts. Yeah, it was really weird. I figured out. Yeah, I just somehow I figured out I had. Okay, I'm like, okay, I said if I'm God, if the doors are locked on me, God must have gave me. He must have gave me because I'm God's son. He obviously would have given me the keys. Obviously, I'm like, I obviously have the keys. It's common sense, obviously. You know, and I feel okay. That's why my sabotage. That's why my channel sabotage because the doors are locked on me. And I figured, oh my God, the whole world's because I'm God. The whole world's obviously watching me. But why do I have 3 subscribers? Because the doors are locked on me. I figured it out, obviously. And okay, how can I make money for myself if the doors are locked? My book, Last Hope for Saints, I figured, oh my God, my book, Last Hope for Saints, that's the last hope for me and my wife to be what? To be king and queen together, obviously. And I also figured out, okay, if I figured out eventually that VG was infected, obviously. Obviously. How'd you know she was infected? I saw pictures of her when she crosses her legs. She crossed her hands with an X. I also saw pictures on when she's like, you see her in the red carpet, CH0I and all that stuff. Okay, so VJ sees hell, obviously. I figured out about X and all that stuff, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah, man. Oh my God, you forgot the whole puzzle game. Yeah, I figured out the whole puzzle piece of the game, man. Right. And I'm like, okay, if VJ's infected, I'm like, okay, if VJ's infected, for her to see me, I have to die. I figured it out. Yeah, if VJ's infected, for her to see me, I have to suffer death. Obviously, I figured it out. Obviously, yeah. If because VJ sees hell, just like in the Bible, Jesus died to save what? To save humans out of hell, obviously, so they can go to heaven, obviously. Well, the symbolism of that is I'm dying. My wife sees hell, obviously. So for her to see the light, I have to suffer death. Obviously, I have to die for it, obviously. And I figured out, okay, if the world's envious, and they separate me and my wife. I also remember what that lady said. She's like, you have to share and all. You should share and all that stuff, right? I figured out, okay, if the world's envious and they separate me and my wife and they cause that mess, chances are they're gonna trap me with sharing or death, obviously, because the world's blinded by it. And the moment I figured out the puzzles of the game, and I remember when I went to the theaters, one woman's like, "You have to pay for that." It's like, "You have to pay for that." So after what I went through, what I went through in my life, after me being a virgin, you know what I'm saying? I've never been in a relationship. I thought I had an STD. I found later on I'm guy. I found the doors were locked on me. I found that my wife separated from me. I found that the mess happened. You know what I'm saying? I find all this out, obviously. And I saw that lady, she's like, you have to pay for that. And I know what she meant. She meant I have to pay for my wife, obviously. It finally hit my mind. I'm like, oh my God, the world's a reprobate. That's when I knew you guys were reprobate people. I'm like, at first, I actually thought you guys were, oh my God, these people are, you know what I'm saying? And once I found out that all these bad things are happened in my life, obviously, like the doors being locked, I'm like, oh my God, the world's reprobate and they're blinded by their envy. Yeah, man. You guys are reprobate. You're nothing but a mess. It finally hit me. I'm like, oh my God, the world's reprobate. They're blinded by their envy. Yeah, man. You guys are blinded by your envy. You don't see your evil because you're willing to break every moral code. But I don't care if Ivan's 3 years old. And I'm saying knock him out with a rock. I don't want VJ seeing him because you guys are fucking crazy people. You want to break every moral code of the book because you're crazy people, obviously. And that's when it finally hit me. Oh my God, the world's gonna trap me with sharing or death. Yep, I figured it out, man. You guys are gonna trap me with sharing or death. You're also going to give me a third choice. I can be king on my own. But you guys are not going to give me that choice because you know I would never leave. Yeah, we know Ivan will never leave his wife because I would never leave my wife, obviously. Because I know if I was king on my own, I'd be miserable. I wouldn't have a wife on my side, obviously. And yeah, I can hook up with women and all this stuff, but all these women are trash, which is fucking gross. And my spirit would run away because these women are not meant for me, obviously. The only woman who is meant for me, who can see me, is my wife. Hence why she's the only one who's meant for me, obviously. She's the only one who's meant for me, obviously. Right? Hence why you guys are going to trap me with the two choices. You guys are essentially going to trap me with the two choices. You're going to give me the third, like, hey, Ivan, if you want to be king on your own, you can be king on your own, but you know I'm not going to leave my wife like that. I'm not going to do with that. Again, you somehow think you have control over my relationship because you're fucking crazy people. You know, Ivan, you can be king on your own if you want to. So you won't even, you're giving me the option that I can never even be with my wife because you guys are fucking crazy people, man. Nothing but a mess that my wife made, man. She's not even your wife. I'm not your fucking husband. And you make it your business when it's none of your fucking business. You know, Ivan, like, I'm going to ask you this question. Well, who gave you the right? Who on earth gave you the right to think you have control over my relationship? Oh, no one, Ivan. We're just envious. Yeah. Because of your devil and envy, you think you have control over my relationship when you don't. You don't have control over my relationship. And that's what I'm going to tell the step families when they sit me upstairs and they say, Ivan, if you want your wife, if they say, Ivan, I'm saying you have to share or die. I'm like, first of all, who gave you the right to have control over my relationship? She's not your wife, and I am not your husband. You know, Ivan, no one gave us the right. We're just envious. Yeah, because of your devilry envy, you think you have control over my relationship when you don't. And I'm not fucking sharing. I'm choosing death. I'm not going to do it like that. And you do not. I'm going to keep saying this. You do not have control over my relationship. Hence why I'm choosing death. And I'm not going to do it like that. I'm piecing the fuck out my wife after this. Because you guys are fucking crazy people. And you're nothing but a mess that we've made. Yeah. Right? And that's how I figured out the whole puzzle piece of the game, obviously. And that's why my wife was so proud of me, obviously. And that's why my wife is so proud of me, obviously, right? Right? Because I saved her fucking ass, obviously. And I opened her eyes. And I guarantee you VJ didn't know about the game and all. She didn't know. She knew a little bit. She knew VJ obviously knew I had to die for her. The moment she was infected and she saw hell, she said, yeah, Ivan has to die for me. She knew, obviously. She's not stupid. The moment she saw hell, she said, oh my God, Ivan has to die to save me. Yeah, man. She knew, obviously. She knew me and her were separated because the world was envious. VJ's not stupid. But I don't think VJ really understood the whole essence of the game, obviously. like protect Zero N. The world doesn't want me being with you. That's why they infected you, obviously. You know what I'm saying? She didn't understand. She didn't know that I guarantee you, she didn't know her family were the gatekeepers. She was just shocked. Oh my God, Ivan, they really are. Yes, they're the gatekeepers. The reason why, VJ, we are born into these families because they're the fucking gatekeepers, man. They're the most powerful families in the world. They're the royal families, man. In other words, had the Seth families let me and my wife be together, we would have been living the lavish life with the royal families, with the gatekeepers. Because they're multi-billionaires, we would have been living the billionaire life with them. You know what I'm saying? We would, and they would, and had they opened the doors for us, you would have seen us do our thing in Hollywood, obviously. And then at 18 years old, me and VJ would have moved in together and would have lived together and all stuff. So you would have seen the glory of Ivan and VJ, and they would have been in our presence. You know how Prince Harry and them, you see the glory and all stuff. Well, think some of that. You would have seen the glory of Ivan and VJ growing up together, and the Steph families. Because the Steph families are wealthy, we would have grown up in the lavish life, obviously. Because these families are the royal families, man. There's symbols in there, but the reason why me and my wife are born to these families because they're the royal families. They're the gatekeepers, man. They're the most powerful families in the world. They control the finances all around the world, man. I don't know how they make their money, but my guess is they take like I don't know, they take like 2% of all the finances made around the world, or something like that. They take up a small percentage, like 2% or something like that, of all the money that's made around the world. That's why they're so rich, obviously. They're worth close to, I don't know, $1 trillion, $800 billion, $700 billion. They probably have 200 billion, 250 billion, $300 billion in the bank. They're fucking loaded, man. That's why me and Vijay will be so shocked, obviously. And there's a reason why we're born to these families. I figured it out. Yeah, I'm like, if I'm God, then that means my step parents are not my real parents, obviously. I'm supernaturally made. Okay, why? What's the significance of me being born to this family? And I figured out, oh my God, they must be a special family. Yeah, they're the gatekeepers, man. And me and Vijay will be shocked when we find out how powerful these families really are. They're fucking billionaires, they're multi-billionaires, and they're powerful people, obviously. Your sister has a multi-billion-dollar will in the bank. My stepbrothers have a multi-billion-dollar will in the bank. They're fucking loaded people, man. They're fucking rich. And that's why Vijay's running with me, because she's gonna find out how rich her family really is, obviously. Right. But going back to what I said earlier, once I come back from death, I say my final 40 goodbyes. I told you the reason why I'm going to totally forget my Cyber channel because once I come back from death and I say my final 40 goodbyes, the whole world will be what? The whole world will be what? The whole world will be. I'm going to be trending online with the fans, obviously. As the fans are guaranteed going to ask me for pictures. Hey, Ivan, I read your book. Your book is amazing. Can I have a picture? You're going to see those trends. You're not going to see a bunch of trends, but you're going to see some trends of me in Elmer and Ottawa and all that stuff. Guaranteed some people are going to ask me for pictures in Elmer. And Vijay will be seeing all those trends. Oh my God, look at Ivan now. And I'm saying he's king. He's about to become king, obviously. Vijay will say her final 40 goodbyes. You're going to see pictures of her in Vancouver, too, in Los Angeles. You're going to see how happy she is, obviously. She can see me now. And then what? You know, once I get that check, I will what? I will, that's when I'm going to, that's when I'm going to what? You guys will know, oh my God, Ivan got his check. He's rich now. And people are going to give me dirty stares now because they know I'm a billionaire. Whereas all these guys make what, like 60, 70, 80, $90,000 a year. Whereas I, because he's the son of God and he's special, all he has to do is write a book and he has the keys. He can make his easy billions. Yeah, God made it so easy for me. Obviously, obviously, right? Get that check. I cry my eyes out because I know what hell I went to just to get this check. And I booked that hotel for 10 days. I'm saying during those 10 days, I celebrate, get clothes, shoes. And after 10 days, I fly to Los Angeles to see my wife, obviously. And once I see VJ in Los Angeles, I keep saying this, that's when all the trends are really going to start. That's when you're really going to start seeing the trends because now me and my wife are a couple. We're together now, and everyone wants to know why. I wonder what's like seeing Ivan and VJ together as a couple. And you finally see us together as a couple, obviously. And now what? And now we're trending online. And VJ will be feeling so on top of the world. And that's why VJ's so proud of me because I saved her fucking ass. I saved her fully, man. She can see me now, and she can also what? She also sees me every day, man. Because she sees me every day, physically. Obviously, she sees me every day physically. She's a part of that buzz with me. She's trying online with me, and she's feeling. VJ's feeling so on top of the world. It's like a drug, man. It's like an adrenaline rush. Because the whole planet. Think about this. The whole planet is watching me and my wife every day. The whole world. The whole entire world is watching Ivan and VJ every day. Wherever we go in Vancouver, you know what I'm saying? hang out, go to restaurants, clubs, trends, pictures, trending online. Other countries where we travel, when we visit other countries, people will stare, take pictures, trending online. So imagine me and her going to a city, another country, everyone's staring at us in the city, obviously. So everyone's staring at us in the city, obviously. And what? And remember that scene in Twilight when Edward Cullen pulls up in his car and he's walking with Kirsten, whatever his name is. He's walking with Bella, right? And everyone's staring. Well, think of something like that for me and VJ, man. Like, it's something crazy. When me and VJ, because we're the perfect couple, people when they see us together, everyone stares. Because we're the perfect couple, obviously. And you're gonna see everyone staring, and they all take out their phones and take pictures. Oh my god, look at Ivy, they're so good together. They take pictures and all stuff, and that's all trending online. Bro, you're gonna see me and her looking fly, all that stuff. Hence why I told you I'm gonna talk, and you guys are gonna be like, oh my god. Once you start seeing the trending pictures of me when I wait that check, you guys will be like, oh my god, maybe Ivan might make a video for us on Sabbath's channel because you guys are fucking crazy people. I'm not making any videos for you. Zero. Obviously, I'm not just doing like that. And then once I get that check and I meet VJ in Los Angeles, and you start seeing the trending pictures, and the whole world's watching, you guys are, and you see me and her make out the club, you guys are gonna, it's finally gonna hit your minds. Oh my god, Ivan and VJ totally forgot about the Sabbath channel. Yeah, man. Once I am king, I am totally gonna forget about this stupid Sabbath channel. As now I'm a billionaire. I don't know what it's like to be rich. I've been poor my whole life. When I mean poor, I mean compared to VJ, I've been poor. I wasn't a bum on the streets, no. I had money, like I worked minimum wage. I was making, I don't know, $600 every 2 weeks. I was able to do things for myself. I was able to buy some clothes. I was able to, go to movies. I saw a lot of movies on theaters. I was able to go to nice restaurants, go to professional sport games. I was even able to travel to different cities and all stuff, like Montreal. And I went to Montreal. I was willing to stay at a hotel with the amount of money I was making from minimum wage. My point is, compared to my wife, I was poor. That's my point. So now I'm multi-billionaire. I'm now what? I'm so rich. I don't know what it's like to be in a relationship. I'm finally in a relationship with my wife after suffering death in the mess. And that's why I'm piecing out. I'm not just doing like that, obviously, because you guys are crazy fucking people, obviously. Right? And what? And now I'm trending online every day, man. Every day when I meet her in Los Angeles, me and her are trending. When I meet VJ and what? When we go to Vancouver, me and her will be trending. We stay at that luxury suite hotel in Vancouver will be trending. When we hang out with George Lucas, I'll be trending. When we plan Skysers, all that will be trending. Hence why what? Hence why what? That's why you're looking at something amazing, obviously. I don't feel like reading Lord of the Rings today, man. I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, I'll read it tomorrow. You gotta bear with me, Lord of the Rings fans. As I know you guys like it better when I babble on, right? I just don't feel like reading Lord of the Rings today. I'm almost done. Book 1. I am on 2. What page am I on? Yeah. We have 220, I believe, right? 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Maybe I should read it, you know what I'm saying? But at October, like 30th, around October 30th, I should finish my Lord of the Rings read along around there. I won't make that final announcement until I finish, perhaps even early November. My Lord of the Rings, my Lord of the Rings read might be finished around early November around there. And sometime early November, I'll make the final announcement. I don't know, October 7th. I might delay it to maybe November, I don't know, 9th, 10th, something like that. My point is, sometime in November, I'm making the announcement. I said late October, but no. Sometime later in November, I'll make the announcement. I'll delay it a little bit. That way I can put out more videos for you guys. Once I make that final announcement, before I make that final announcement, I'm gonna start taking those walks at night. And I'm gonna have a nice smoke. And I'm gonna have a nice smoke. I'm just gonna enjoy myself, man. Because I know all hell's gonna break loose for innocent Ivan America, man. But look at the stars, listen to music, have a smoke, because I smoke a lot. Because I know all hell's gonna break loose for innocent Ivan. I know that you guys are gonna turn me, this Virgin Man, into a porn star because you're fucking selfish people. Before either of you can be there, you want to see both of them have sex. So again, you make my relationship your business all because of your envy. You think you have control of my relationship when you don't, because you're crazy fucking people. because you're nothing but a mess who have made, all because of your envy, obviously. You can see your wife now, Ivan. So I'm fucking God. I fucking created the universe, and you think you have control of my relationship. When you're my fucking creation, you do not have control over my relationship. You think you do because you're crazy fucking people. Hence why I'm peacing out. I'm not going to do it like that, obviously. Because you guys are crazy fucking. You think you have control over my relationship, which pisses me off. You do not have control over my relationship. No one gave you that right. You just think you do because of your envy, obviously, because you're crazy fucking people, obviously. You're nothing but a mess and what I made, man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna read Lord of the Rings tomorrow, man. Sorry, guys. I'll continue the Lord of the Rings read along tomorrow. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like reading Lord of the Rings today. And you guys prefer it when I babble on anyways. So today I'll call this video today, I don't know. Furthermore about Sky Source and VJ. I'll just call it that. Because pretty much all I talk about is Sky Source and VJ, right? My personal life with VJ. And VJ loves it when I talk about this. Oh my god, Ivan, I love it when you talk about our personal life together when we're king and queen. Yeah, man. You're welcome, sweetie. I love it when you talk about our personal life together. Yeah. VJ obviously loves it when I talk about our personal life, obviously. Then, yeah. Yeah. That's why what? Me and her are gonna be living the life. And when I mean me and her are gonna be living the dream life, we're gonna be living the dream life, man. As VJ has no idea what kind of life me and her are gonna live, man. She's like, yeah, VJ lives a life now, but it's nothing compared to the kind of life she's gonna live when she's a billionaire with me, man. As VJ lives a life. She drives nice cars. She's a millionaire. She has a nice house. You know what I'm saying? She goes on vacations, but I told you, even though VJ goes on vacations, she has to watch out how she spends her money. She's not a billionaire. She's a survivor in Hollywood. Whereas when you're a billionaire, you can literally stay at the best suites around the world for like say that well, we can stay at those suites for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, which is a big cut on your budget. You know what I'm saying? We can stay at the top notch suites around the world. We can go to all these events. When we go to these events, we don't have to worry about. You know how when you go to events, alcohol and all that stuff is really expensive. Me and White don't have to worry about anything being too expensive. We can easily afford it, obviously. And so we're gonna be living a life, going to events. Remember that picture with Reeve, with VJ holding VJ holding Reeve, right? Yeah, touching my fucking wife. Remember VJ, that picture of Reeve holding VJ. I guarantee that was a symbolic. Hey, this is Ivan VJ in the future. You're gonna see pictures of me walking with her downtown, trending online. Yeah, man. When we go to, guarantee we're gonna check out events in Vancouver. I'm gonna shut my camera for a second.